What's up, everybody? Fat Guy Tinkering here. Day one of the Ohio to Erie Trail, riding from Cleveland to Akron. Even in the rain, these beaches are gorgeous. Signs make it easy to stay on track. Rear tire in Lake Erie to mark where I've been. Front tire goes in Ohio River when I finish. Rolling through Cleveland. Wet streets, slippery turns, but still moving south. Officially on the trail. 326 miles to Cincinnati. Let's go. Whew.
Day one of our journey on the Ohio to Erie Trail, it took us from the shores of Lake Erie in Cleveland down to the Northside Station in Akron. About 45 miles to kick things off. We started at Edgewater Park, right along the beach, with the Cleveland skyline behind us. Even though it rained the entire day, the trail was so well marked and easy to follow that we never worried about getting lost. Not long into the ride, we had one of the most unique sights of the day, watching the Manitowocc barge navigate a side waterway of the Cuyahoga River. We actually stopped to see the massive bridge lift up so the ship could pass through, which is a reminder of how Cleveland's industrial heart still beats alongside the trail. From there, the route carried us through city neighborhoods, past pieces of Ohio's industrial past, and into stretches of peaceful greenway. The rain gave everything a misty, reflective look, from bridges and rivers to the tree-lined paths. By the time we rolled into Akron's Northside Station, soaked but smiling, we already knew this trip was going to be more than just a bike ride. It was going to be a front row seat to Ohio's history, scenery, and stories, all unfolding 1 mile at a time.
Well, I roll my wheel to the water line. Lake Erie sparkle in the morning shine. Dip my tire where the waves reach the sand. Heading southbound with the trail in my hand. Cleveland skyline's fading in the rear view. Got 100 miles of country calling me through. I'm rolling down the Ohio to Erie, wind in my hair and the road feels easy. From the shore of the lake to the hills I climb, pedaling strong, keeping steady time. Every mile's got a story to tell. From Cleveland's beach to Akron's bells. Through the valley where the Cuyahoga flows, old canal locks where the history shows. Saw a blue heron and an eagle fly. Families and joggers all passing by. Towpath shadows keep the midday cool. Nature sings louder than a city school. I'm rolling down the Ohio to Erie, wind in my hair and the road feels easy. From the shore of the lake to the hills I climb, pedaling strong, keeping steady time. Every mile's got a story to tell. From Cleveland's beach to Akron's bells. Hey now, keep on riding, don't slow down. Still on the gravel makes a sweet, sweet sound. Neighbors wave as I'm passing through. This trail's a song and it's singing true. Summit County rising up ahead. Cuyahoga whispers where the riverbed spreads. One last push and I'm rolling in. Akron north side with a big old grin. Park that bike by the railroad line. Feels so good to make this climb. I'm rolling down the Ohio to Erie, wind in my hair and the road feels easy. From the shore of the lake to the hills I climb, pedaling strong, keeping steady time. Every mile's got a story to tell. From Cleveland's beach to Akron's bells. was higher in Lake Erie's blue. Now Akron singing that ride was true. Roll on, roll strong, the journey's mine. Ohio to Erie, 1 mile at a time.
Today, we're riding the towpath trail south through the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, following the same path as the scenic railroad. Along the way, we'll pass 4 train stations, a farmer's market, museums, and some of the most peaceful scenery Ohio has to offer, all before finishing at Akron North Station. Our journey begins in Peninsula, a little town that feels like it was made for cyclists. The Peninsula Depot station is right in the center, and the village has everything you need: ice cream, coffee shops, and even a bike shop. On summer Saturdays, the town hosts a lively farmer's market where you can grab fresh produce, baked goods, or just soak in the local charm before rolling south. A few miles down the trail, we arrive at Boston Mill Station, right next to the park's visitor center. This stop is a hub for history, with exhibits that tell the story of the Ohio and Erie Canal and the Cuyahoga Valley itself. From here, you're just a short spin from the Canal Exploration Center Museum, where you can learn how canal locks worked and see the old waterways up close. It's like pedaling straight into the 1800s. Next, the trail brings us to Indigo Lake Station, one of the most peaceful stops. The lake is a favorite for birdwatchers, photographers, and anyone who just wants a moment of stillness. Trains glide past on one side, and on the other you might spot herons or turtles. It's also a great place to pause if you want a quiet break between the history-packed stations. Further south, we reach Botsam Station, surrounded by wetlands that are bursting with wildlife. This area is especially popular with bird watchers, and during migration, seas in the skies can be full of movement. Just beyond here, you'll also pass the Hale Farm and Village Museum, where costumed interpreters bring Ohio's 19th century farm life to life with working demonstrations. It's one of the most unique museum stops you'll ever find on a bike ride. And finally, we roll into Akron North Station. The trail delivers you right into the city, where you can hop off and explore downtown's cultural side, including the Akron Art Museum and historic sites tied to the city's rubber industry. It's a perfect way to end the ride, going from quiet forests and wetlands straight into a vibrant urban setting. This southbound ride through the Cuyahoga Valley gives you a little bit of everything: farmers markets, museums, wildlife, small-town charm, and of course, the rhythm of the scenic railroad. Whether you're riding for history, scenery, or just fresh air, the towpath trail makes every mile memorable. What a ride. Kicking off in Cleveland, the Ohio to Erie Trail wasted no time showing off. Rolling past the beaches, watching those massive freighters slowly navigate the lake, and soaking in that unique mix of industry and nature you only find up here. Unfortunately, with the rain coming down nonstop, I couldn't always keep the camera out to capture it all. But trust me, the views were still breathtaking, even through waterlogged sunglasses. By the end of the day, I think both me and my gear were basically waterproof. Heading south, the trail gave us a little bit of everything: quiet greenways, stretches of history, and just enough challenge to make rolling into Akron feel like a victory lap. We wrapped things up right at the north side station, dripping wet but grinning ear to ear. And after a soggy day in the saddle, the courtyard Akron felt like a five-star palace. Clean, comfy, and the best part, they let us roll our bikes right into the room. Highly recommend them if you're doing this ride. But maybe plan breakfast somewhere else. And remember, this is only day one of a 5-day adventure from Cleveland all the way down to Cincinnati. Tomorrow, on day 2, we'll push further south, trade city streets for stretches of the Cuyahoga Valley, and see what surprises the trail throws our way. Will the rain finally let up? You'll have to ride along with me to find out. If you're thinking about tackling the Cleveland to Akron stretch, do it. Rain or shine, it's a ride full of scenery, surprises, and memories you won't forget. Until next time, keep on pedaling and don't forget your helmet.
You better like, subscribe, and comment on the video.